Hey guys, it's Bubbly back with another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if this is your first time finding the Bubble Fam, hit that sub button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. So today we are taking a look at the items that we recently received access to in the Debug catalog. So these are items that were already in the world but we could not get to, and now we can. So I was taking a look through the catalog to see what's in there, what we can use to be creative, and I came up with this cool little build. Now this is not a functional build for Sims to use. You could definitely use it as like a backdrop if you create machinimas, or if you just wanted some, background views in your game. But other than that, it's just for looks. But let's take a look and see what I came up with, because it's pretty cool. So once I started placing down all of the items, just kind of checking out to see what was in the catalog, I just kind of got this idea of maybe creating some type of build with all of these non-functional debug items. So like I said, you cannot use this as like a home for your Sims, but you can have it as maybe a community lot and have things or activities going on outside that your Sims can participate in. So basically this is just a house, a really cute house. I would really like to recreate this and make it actually functional for Sims to live in. But this house is in the Debug catalog. I sized it up quite a bit to make it look like it's an actual livable house. So pretty much all of the items that I used in this build are from the Debug catalog. All of the fencing, the pond, the little dock that leads to the pond, the water tower, most of the plants, all are from the Debug catalog. So if you're not familiar with how to use the Debug catalog, you just need to enter the cheats in order to access that content. So you're going to click Control-Alt-C on your keyboard simultaneously, and it'll bring up a dialog box, and that's where you're going to type in your two cheats in order to find all of the items. So the first one is bb.showhiddenobjects, and then you're also going to enter bb.liveeditobjects. So you need those two cheats activated in order to find the items that we now have access to. So once you've done that, you're going to have a whole bunch of new things show up in your catalog. The downside to this is that there is no way to search for debug items. There is no way to clone or duplicate debug items. So it can take some time to find items that you're looking for, or if you're not exactly sure what you want to use and you're just kind of checking out the catalog, you can spend quite a bit of time just scrolling through what's in there. So in order to find those debug items specifically, you're going to go to your search menu that's in the lower left corner of your UI, and you're going to type in the word debug, and it's going to bring up a list of about 10 or so debug with asterisks next to them. So it doesn't matter which one you click on, you can click on any one of them and it's going to automatically take you to the start of the debug list in the build and by catalog, and then you just scroll through and find what you are looking for, or just check out what's in there that you can actually use. So there is tons of items in there that are really great additions to make builds more interesting, especially since sometimes it can feel like you're reusing the same items over and over again if you are a builder. So this is going to allow for a bit of a breath of fresh air to your builds and allow you to be more creative. And some of the things that you've seen in the world and you really wish that you were able to use, you now can. And one of those things for me was the fences that came with the Brindleton Bay world with cats and dogs. Those fences were everything to me, and I thought we were gonna have access to them, but unfortunately we did not. But now we do. Now we can use them. So There is a ton of cool stuff in there. You just gotta scroll through and see what is going to tickle your fancy. So initially when I started this build, I was thinking of making it like a combination lot where it had a house and a gas station, like a gas station across the street or next door to it, but I really wasn't feeling how that turned out, although I do plan to complete the gas station on its own, which I think will be really cute to have in game. But I decided to just go with this residential lot and make it sort of like a farm lot because there was plenty of land to use, and I found those plants that look like farm plants, like something that you planted on a farm. I thought it was super cute, so I went ahead and plopped those down. And then there was the water tower. There's actually a couple of water towers in the game. I think one is base game. There's also one from Island Living. There's just so much in there, you guys. You really have to check it out. So I went with the water tower from Island Living for this particular build. So it's kind of a hodgepodgey collection of things because the house kind of has maybe like a Mediterranean feel, and then there's some island living stuff in there, and then this tiny boat in the middle of the pond, which obviously is not functional, but I really wanted to put this boat in here. And so I did. But it just really turned out really cute. I really wish this house was functional. I'll have to go back and actually recreate this house in the game so Asin could live on this lot, because I really like how it turned out. Now, one other thing to keep in mind when you're using debug items is these items were not created with the intention of Sims actually interacting with them, or for them having Sims to have any effect on the Sims whatsoever. So when you use these items in your build, you might run into issues like if you're using fencing, Sims may walk through those fences because they are not like build and buy fences where they can actually guide or direct a path. These are purely decorational. So you may have Sims walking through the plants and the fencing, and definitely probably walking through this house because it's not an actual house. But I mean, that's just something to consider if you're going to use these items in your build. Maybe put them in a place where Sims are not going to tend to walk to or walk through, or you can maybe use some invisible fencing to kind of combat the issue of Sims walking through things that you don't want them to walk through. Also, some of the items are not high quality. Some of them are pixelated. Some of them are not really fleshed out. They're pretty flat in the game. Again, that's because they were not designed to actually be part of the meat and potatoes of this game. They were just basically decorative items placed around the world that we don't normally have access to. So some of these things will fall a little flat and not give you that full rich feeling that we're used to with the content that we normally receive in build and buy. But the trade-off for me is I really like having access to a lot of these decorative pieces that I have been longing for but wasn't able to get. So we are approaching the end of this video. I am going to have in the description below instructions on how to activate the cheats in order to use the debug catalog, just in case you are not familiar with that process and you would like to give this a try for yourself. So that will be in the description down below. I will also upload this to the gallery if anybody is interested in downloading it and checking it out as well. I am Bubblyzen on the gallery. There's also a link in the description if you would like to snag that right now for your game. So you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed today's content. Like I said earlier, if there are other ideas that you have for debug catalog builds, leave that in the description down below, and that's something we can definitely do on the channel. And if you enjoyed today's content, please give me a big thumbs up. It would help me out greatly. And also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you would like to become a member of the Bubble fam, hit that sub button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss the next time we get together. We do speed builds, we do mod reviews, and we do the occasional let's play as well. So you guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it when you guys come and hang out with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.
There's no more time to hide, because I feel again, I feel again. Oh, now I feel again.